Yeah, we're planning for the release of our satellites, which start in January. We're expecting to see significant growth in terms of high throughput, high capacity in the region. So in terms of our solutions and our planning to prepare for the launch of these satellites and availability of high throughput, our customers are very much aware and they're part of the planning phase as we migrate to high throughput satellites. So it's all part of the planning process. The benefit of having these satellites through Intelsat is that we don't have to change a lot of the ground equipment, the earth equipment. So the guys will have the availability to migrate to the high throughput satellites as soon as they become available. Yeah, well, the market in Africa is pretty dynamic, and the growth as far as data is concerned is pretty high. We have about 150 million broadband users connected on the continent. Recent data suggests that could go up to 1 billion by the year 2020. So we're expecting to see a lot more of telemedicine, connected vehicles, connected cars is something that we're pushing. And this all takes a lot of data, a lot of bandwidth that is not currently available in some rural areas of Africa. We have a mass of people that are still not connected. And as that growth accelerates, you will see people moving away from traditional 2G services into 3G and 4G, and they're going to use a lot of bandwidth. So we need to be prepared for that evolution, which is happening a lot quicker than what even we can forecast. So we've invested a lot in these high throughput satellites. We will continue to invest and make sure that we can connect as many people as we can over the next 3 or 4 years and give them the benefits of having broadband right at their doorstep. Well, it changes the relationship in the way that most customers are seeing a growth in the data side of what customers are looking to connect, or how they're looking to connect, and how they're looking to get data back into it's not just rural communities that are looking at this. As we see the evolution and the move from 3G to 4G and the high need for high data, our customers are seeing that the costs are coming down, and they also don't want to be spending a lot more money in terms of capex of reinvesting as soon as a new technology is released. So from our side, I think that we've covered the capex side of it from our customer point of view, and as we get the efficiencies on the high throughput satellites, your cost per bit, megabit through efficiencies is a lot lower than what it is today. And this is what the consumer is looking for. So both from an urban and then into a rural side, where people are skipping the 2G evolution and going to traditional Snapchat, video, messaging and what have you. They're not really looking at SMS, even though some of the rural communities are not that connected at this stage. They move through the evolution cycle a lot quicker than what we anticipate. So yes, the relationship is definitely changing, and the relationship, because of the innovation that we're showing in the satellite industry, is bringing us a lot closer to our customers and understanding their needs and wants, and providing the solutions that meet and address those. Well, I think as we see the growth in the region particularly, the high throughput satellites will give us a greater capacity, bigger coverage, and the data speeds will be the equivalent that you would require on a 3G or 4G terrestrial network. So from that point of view, I think it will change the dynamics of the way people view satellite. With the efficiencies that we have, you will definitely see the economies of scale. So it will be a lot cheaper for people to communicate effectively. E-learning, e-medicine, connected cars, as I said before. There's a lot of things that we're doing that are innovative to the satellite industry that terrestrial networks don't typically cover, and it's very expensive in some areas to roll it out. So we're looking at what Africa brings to us as a company, and this is the mass market and the evolution of data and broadband, and connecting the dots and making that a solid line so that everybody has this uninterrupted flow of data. So we're going to see, I think, a massive evolution in Africa, particularly on broadcasting. As we move from analog to digital communications, broadcasting. There's an evolution. I think everybody in the broadcasting world in Africa is prepared for this, but you need the right medium. And satellite provides that medium, or high-throughput satellites provide that medium to go out and make your what would I call it? Your transfer from traditional analog to digital TV. So this is where high-throughput satellites play a massive role, addressing the need for a Ku band that can easily cover a broader spectrum than what traditional analog signals can.